I thought you might return. Now, where were we? I told you about the folly of Aristagoras and the great king's wrath. There was Themistocles, the defense of Greece, and the rise of Athens. Ah yes, Brasidas and Lysander, and the great war that tore Greece apart. My, we really did cover quite a lot. Perhaps this time I'll stick to a single subject. While the Greeks squabbled endlessly, to their north there lay the entirely unremarkable kingdom of Macedon, a poor, rugged land, its borders beset by belligerent neighbors and driven from within by feuding nobles. For centuries, the kings of Macedon had done all they could just to hold this fragile fiefdom together. Glorious expansion was out of the question. All this changed when Philip took the throne. His was an improbable kingship. The crown only passed to Philip after both of his older brothers had their turns on the throne cut short. One slain in battle, and the other by an assassin's blade. Determined not to meet the same fate, Philip immediately set to reforming the Macedonian military, arming his soldiers with pikes as long as 4 men laid head to toe. As for those troublesome nobles, the prospect of prize commands in Philip's new army provided a tempting incentive to good behavior. When Philip marched against the Scythians, his eyes set on yet more plunder to feed his growing realm. There was a new commander among his forces, his teenage heir, Alexander. A boy of little experience, but tremendous ambitions. Philip was about to give his son a first, alluring taste of glory.
Hold the line! Any man who turns his back will answer to me! Alexander! Make yourself useful and go protect the baggage camp. And take that horrible horse with you. It's spooking the others.
Finally, Bucephalus. A chance for glory.
Be vigilant, boy. These Scythians are swift as they are devious. If they didn't all reek of mare's milk, you'd have no clue they were nearby until they slit your throat.
I shall not disappoint you, father. This camp will not fall.
Scythians heading to your camp, Alexander. You'd better be ready for them. If you look weak, I look weak. Kill every one of them. You're in a man's world now.
Is there nothing more princely for me to do, father?
You could get out of my ear. Go and see what Cleitus and Parmenion might want with you. Do as they tell you. And no more, boy.
Alexander! How's your first taste of battle been, lad?
Rather insubstantial, Cleitus. My father has confined me to watching the baggage.
I might have something more exciting for you. The Scythians have dozens of those mad-eyed horses they ride, all stomping and snorting in a big pen. Maybe you could cause a little chaos.
Take out the guard posts! What grand beasts these horses are. What fierce power just waiting to be unleashed. They need only be spooked and down the valley they will rush, over the bodies of their masters. What scares you, Bucephalus, besides your own shadow? Fire? Wild beasts? The scent of death?
Fly! Fly, golden-maned children of Poseidon! Oh, what carnage! I've seen slaughterhouses less grisly than that valley right now. Fine work, lad.
My father treats me like a child. What makes him trust you, Cleitus?
Well, I kill his enemies. I tell the truth. And I don't stick around when he's 7 cups deep.
Prince Alexander, your father says I should put you to use. A Scythian convoy will arrive soon. Take your men to the valley, hide in the tall grass, and then seize the wagons for me.
Hiding, then stealing? This is thieves' work, Parmenion.
You should be glad of my devotion to your father. Else I'd have you mucking out the stables.
This is it. Get into position, men. Here they come. Ready? Charge! Zeus Tropios, strike my foes with shuddering panic!
A worthwhile lesson, Alexander. A good commander waits, then strikes at the most opportune time. He does not go charging around like Achilles on the rampage. Now, bring me those supplies.
I've half a mind to keep this for myself. They're my spoils. Spear one.
You steer those carts so well, Alexander. Have you ever considered a career as a drover?
You may be father's favorite, Parmenion. But one day I will be king.
The Scythians quiver like barley awaiting the scythe. Parmenion, Cleitus, form up and push.
Where should I station my men, father?
In their tents. You will not participate.
When will he see that I am not just some child? On me, men! I'm going to find that Scythian king and slay him, as Achilles slew Hector.
All right, lad, you can come watch the battle. Just don't tell your father I let you through.
Atheas! I am Alexander, Crown Prince of Macedon. I have sought you out in the fray that we, 2 men of royal blood, might decide this day. Behold, Scythians! Your leader lies dead, and fiery-eyed Phobos, god of dread and rout, runs screaming through your ranks!
You're a disobedient wretch, boy. Things went well this time, but mark yourself. A hunting dog that slips the leash will eventually get put down. Now help load up the loot. We're going home.
Alexander had certainly enjoyed an upbringing to match his grandiose ambitions. His tutor had been none other than the great philosopher Aristotle. Aristotle taught him political theory, ethics, rhetoric, music, science, mathematics, but above all else, it was Homer's Iliad that entranced the young prince, the epic tale of Achilles' wrath. When Alexander was still a boy, a horse trader presented a hot-blooded stallion to Philip's court. It was a magnificent animal, its coat a shining black with a white mark like a star upon its head. None of the fine horsemen of Macedon could tame the beast. Until, that is, the boy Alexander realized that the horse was afraid of its own shadow and turned it towards the sun. Alexander named the steed Bucephalus, and from that day forth the two were bonded like brothers. Now sat proudly astride his mount, Alexander accompanied his victorious father on the road home to Macedon, through the rocky territory of the Triballi. It was to prove an eventful journey.
Philip! You seem to be using my lands as a highway, and I'm honoured for sure. But it is my right as king to extract tolls, fares, levies, etc. So give me some of that gold, eh?
You know who I am, barbarian? I'm no merchant. I am King of Macedon, master of the plains and of the mountains. Now move, or I will gut you like a suckling pig.
You are a very unpleasant man, Philip. Archers!
Alexander! Take the cavalry and kill those bowmen! Do not let those slathering jackals lay a finger on my loot!
My king, your thigh. There's a spearhead in it.
Get us out of this gorge! I shall... yes. I'll have a little rest on this cart.
The king is out cold, Parmenion. We'll have to organize the retreat ourselves.
The way ahead is blocked. We shall camp here while we clear the rocks.
The Triballi aren't done with us, I'm sure. They'll sniff us out like hunting dogs chasing a wounded stag. Defend the camp! Alexander, that means you too, lad. They're coming for the plunder! Don't let them get those carts! That's our loot, and I'm not about to let them loot it!
Thundering Zeus! These tattooed reprobates are everywhere!
The rocks are almost cleared. There are two paths ahead. I suggest we take the more direct one.
Swarming with Triballi, no doubt. Take the longer route, the safer route. The king would agree with me, Cleitus.
Well, in his absence, we do have the Crown Prince. Alexander, what do you say?
My father trusts you, Parmenion, and he will praise me for doing the same.
All right, time to move. What's that howling? Keep your daggers close, men.
Wolves! Stay together and run them through.
safer route, eh? Remind me never to ask you for directions, Parmenion. Now, let's camp by that lake where we can gather supplies.
The wagons will be completely exposed there. The hill is the secure position. You see that, Alexander?
I have assessed the terrain. The hill is most defensible.
Tideleis. Ναι, τον Δία. Ναι, κόρανος. Ο οικοδομέος. Μεταλέο. Tideleis. Μεταλέο.
Tribalians incoming! Do not allow these lawless louts to steal our hard-won spoils!
Πάινο.
Keep it up, men! Stick to your training, cover the man next to you, and we'll all get through this!
Έρχομαι. Ασμένος. Πογιέσου. Πάινο. Ναι, τον Δία. Ασμένος.
Right, let's get moving before they resume their attacks. There's a wide valley up ahead, perfect for our cavalry if we get into trouble.
Prince, we've lost enough men today. Take the less obvious route, the less guarded route, even if it is narrower.
We haven't the men to risk a fight on open ground.
On your feet, everyone! We're moving!
Shields up! Keep moving!
Προστάγματα. Ο οικοδομέο.
How much further, Cleitus? The wounded outweigh the loot.
If the scouts are right, we're almost clear. But there's a triballi camp blocking the exit.
I shall clear the way. It is what my father would do.
Ο οικοδομέο. Ο οικοδομέο.
They might need to batter our way out of this one. Some spare timber and a few hides and we could build ourselves a ram.
Ακούω. Ναι, τον Δία. Κουλοτομέο. Χέτοεμος. Έρχομαι.
Ναι, τον Δία. Hangar. Gai vai. Prostagideles. Ναι, koronos. Gai. Ergoma.
On me, brave soldiers! Follow me as you would my father. The blood that runs hot in his veins courses likewise in mine. I equal him in strength and surpass him in valor.
Ναι, τον Δία. Oyeis, vai. Ναι, koronos. Ite Magadone. Prospalo! Prostagmata. Ite Andres! Hetoimos! Eis Palo! Gaile! Nikasomen! Hiteles!
By my sword, I have carved us a path home. Follow me, men of Macedon!